Well, we're almost there. I think it's taking a minute for Facebook to catch up with StreamYard. There we are. Well, turn me down. Turn me down. Good morning, Lita. You are the first one here. Welcome, welcome. I'm just getting the link out. And then we're going to get started. Figure out where we are. Hi, Denise. I did get some good rest last night. I think that might be the problem. I'm getting too much rest. It's kind of crazy. So today is July 26th, and it's National Dress Your Pet Day and playing cards. Those are the prompts. And once again, they don't really go together for me, so I'm just doing dress your pet. Good morning, Pam and Denise and Nancy. Oh, Nancy just finished grouting her bathroom. Hi, Joy. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Kay. Hi, Susie. Susie and Susie. And Lynn and Cindy. All right, let's find us, shall we? There we are. So why does it not, why am I getting comments on my phone but not on, it's kind of weird how it works that way. But, you know, whatever. Hi, Sherry and Katie and Kathleen. Oh, maybe because you guys are on YouTube, possibly. I'm still yawning, but I'm not really that tired. I'm just yawning. Okay, so let's get going here. Hi, Palma. Palma, I'm trying to pick a day for our locals only party that we're doing, if you know what I mean. Just thought I'd tell you. Okay. This is me. I'm the creator of Cuteness. That's my website, creator of Cuteness. Don't wear it out. No, do wear it out, actually. creatorofcuteness.com, that's the website where you can find books and collage elements and classes and burnishing tools and watercolors and blah 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 blah. So much stuff. Bookmark this, creatorofcuteness.com. And then this is where we are today. Today is National Dress Your Pet Day. I don't have a pet anymore. And if I did have a pet, Charlie, he would not be getting dressed. I can tell you that much. He would never stand for that. Although in the winter, he did wear sweaters and jackets because it was cold outside. Yeah. So that's today, National Dress Your Pet Day. And then our prompt from Daisy Yellow is playing cards. Not going to work for me. So we're going with Dress Your Pet Day instead. This class is still available now, currently a virtual kit class, which means all the kits with the physical photographs of my dads have been mailed out. However, I am now, whatchamacallit? Why am I still yawning? It's like yesterday. I am now doing this virtually as a kit. So you can sign up for the class for $30 instead of $45. And then you get all the artwork and there's a lot of artwork because I just added some last night. Well, I haven't added it to the page yet, but I did finish it last night. It's going to be super fun to use. I got lost. Totally, where am I? Oh yeah, so you can print out all my dad's photographs, including what came in my kit, which not everybody got. and all the other artwork. So it's $30, just like a regular class, but you'll have nothing mailed to you. You'll just have the virtual kit. It's on August 24th at 10 a.m. It's going to be really fun. We are going to create some mixed media art pieces suitable for framing or making cards or whatever. We're going to make some cards, black and white photo cards. And I think we're going to create an around the house book because I decided after finding one of my dad's, my favorite pieces of my dad's, which is called he did an around the house project. And it's just my favorite thing that I own from him. And I think everybody should do an around the house book. We did it here in this group, like at the very beginning of COVID. And maybe I'll grab that next week and share it with you guys so you could see it. We're probably not going to do the exact same thing that we did here, but we're going to do an around the house book. Then we are almost ready for our August prompts, which is coming up on August 1st. And I have definitely decided to do oracle cards. Do you know what oracle cards are? You can look them up. But we're not going to call them oracle cards. We're going to call them cuteness cards. So every day we're going to do a card like this, or we might do it like this. It's either going to be this big, I haven't decided yet, or it's going to be this big. And then you'll have cards that you can give out to people as kindness cards or inspiration cards or whatever. And then they'll go into a deck. They're like tarot cards, but not as witchy. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I think we're doing. Pretty sure. So, like, every day is something different in August. So, watercolor and words is day 1. Stabilo, all sketchy pencil is day 2. If you don't have a Stabilo pencil, you're going to need one if you want to play along. Or you could get a black watercolor pencil. That would work. But we're doing this in conjunction with my books, which are over here. I got to find them. Where are they? Are they here? So every day we're going to use something from one of these books in August, the Doodly Do It book, the Color It Cute book, or the Creative Hand Lettering book, or all three combined. But I'll tell you exactly what page we'll be doing something from in the books. And then, if that's not enough, oh gosh, this was from yesterday. What a mess. I haven't cleaned it up at all. This is the mystery box kit from Adornit. There's so much stuff in it. There's lots of handmade papers. There's these plastic papers that are beyond cool. Wooden buttons. We may have to make a book using these because they're super cool. Page tabs, faith tabs is what they're called. Lots of, this is another piece. I think these are individual stars that peel up. Textured window template. Yeah, I don't know exactly what that is yet. Stickers. Look at these alphabet stickers. They're going to be so much fun to play with. And we may not use everything. Do you know what I mean? These two, a needle and a thread, which is going to be beyond fun. Some ribbons, a stencil, some washi tape, a bunch of pencils, a boatload of super cool Adornit paper. I mean, this is probably $100 worth of paper right here. And not all of them, like, I don't like this one at all. But let's see. Oh, when I turn it over, I really like it. But we could cut words out of this, or who knows? Same thing with this one. Not a fan, but I am a fan of this piece here and this piece here. And then, oh, for sure, I'm a fan of all of these on the other side. So I think the mystery boxes are all a little different because what happened is, well, this has been my idea for several years. Oh, look at that piece. It's been my idea to do a mystery box for several years, but they are currently cleaning out their warehouses because they have 2 warehouses and they're losing one. So they have to combine the warehouses into one. So that's why we decided to do it now. So I think they're all a little different, but not exactly. Like, I know everybody gets a stencil. I know everybody gets a thread. and ribbon and the wooden buttons and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So you can still order your mystery box. Where's my mystery box? Well. Hang on. Well, somewhere is my mystery box. You can still order it, but it may not arrive on August 1st. There's no guarantees for sure. But yeah. The to get to them, I don't know if Carmen's here this morning, which is fine with me. Adornit.com/T/Lindsay. That's how you find it. A mystery box. No, not Lindsay Ostrom, just Lindsay. Lowercase. There you go. There's the link. Arlene says, mine looks a lot like Lindsay's. Some papers may be different. Yeah. And you know what's so funny? When I got to go to Adornit's warehouse, I kept looking at papers like this and going, oh God, those are not my colors. But then I would flip it over and I'm like, oh, I would use this so much. And this one, maybe not so much. But this part, I love. Looks like taffeta, darling. Taffeta, darling. Anyway, so much goodness in that box. So much. I'm going to have to take it and sort it by color because right now it's just a random mess. So that's how August is going to work. You are always welcome to play, even if you don't get a mystery box, but I do think you'll have a lot of fun with it. So that's just my opinion. And hopefully we're going to do one for Halloween. But you never know. We'll see. So that's August. Journal Play Day is coming up. We have done July of this session of Journal Play Day. That doesn't mean that you can't enter Journal Play Day now. You can. Let's move that over. So you get 3 months for $25 or $8.33 a month. You always get artwork from me. You always make a journal. We make a journal together. Next year, it's going to be a totally different kind of journal, I've decided. You learn a new journaling tip or trick, and we play in our journals all month. And it's just beyond fun. So good. So look for this Journal Play Day on my website, Journal Play Day. It's the 14th quarter, which means we've had 14 sessions of 3 or 4 lessons. Does that make sense? So here's summer. Are you ready? You're going to get this artwork, 4 squares of a rainbow, a black, some flowers, some beachy kind of colors. And then you're going to get flowers. You're going to get circles. You're going to get beachy colors of kind of a grid and then some leaves. Then your large papers are this beautiful summer roses floral because my husband's roses are blooming right now. His are white, but I didn't feel like drawing white roses. And then you're getting this summer sunshine background page. And then you're getting this one, which I'm not done with yet. But you're getting summer words on half of a sheet. So it says summer, take the road less traveled. It's all about the journey, sunshine, vacation, summer staycation for those of you guys that are staying home, travel, take only memories, leave only footprints. And then you're getting these guys. So you're getting flip-flops, a cute ice cream cone king, a daisy, a girl in a yellow polka dot bikini. It has to be yellow. A sunshine, a VW bus, a flamingo that always looks just not always like a flamingo when I draw them, a watermelon, a camera, uh, an iced drink of some kind, a summer tote bag, and a book. So that's everything for August Journal Play Day. And I'm loving it. I hope you guys love it as well. These I thought would be fun. Well, I have ideas for these, but we can make pockets out of them. You can make them as journaling cards. It's going to be super fun. Okay, so that's Journal Play Day. What is Stacy's question? Are we doing August prompts in a book or something? No, you must have missed it. We're going to make cards. Every day we're going to make a card that's I'm calling either a cuteness card or a kindness card. If you look up Oracle cards, Oracle, ORACLE, ORACLE. That's kind of what I'm basing it on. Oracle cards are a little bit like tarot cards, but less witchy. They're more spiritual, inspirational, happy, happy, joy, joy. So we're going to make those and then we'll find something to put them in, like a little box or whatever. But that's the idea. Okay, good. Cards. And then you can use those to give out to people just as a happy little card. You can use them to make a greeting card with. You could use them as a postcard. Cards, flat cards. Okay. Next is the book club, which is today. This book club. Yay. Oh, thank you, Doreen. I may have to make journaling cards. I don't know. I forgot about journaling blocks. I don't know. Let me write it down. Journal blocks August. Well, I had one more page I was going to do, so I guess maybe it'll be that one. Okay. Okay, so Creative Book Club is today at 4 p.m. Be here. We're doing magazine pages. We're reviewing pages from a magazine instead of a book. And then we're going to take a picture, like this girl would be good. Take a picture of a person, and then we're going to alter that picture. So if you have any magazine, I mean, you probably don't want Better Homes and Gardens, but you could use whatever. So that's today at 4 p.m. But as all of my classes are, you can always, like, this would be a super funny page to do. Look at this girl's funny face. Can you see it? She's doing a fishy lips face. Anyway, so if you don't have a magazine or the book, it's totally fine. You never have to buy the magazine. You never have to buy the book. I have already bought it for us. And what I did this time was I scanned and sent you guys a bunch of pages from the magazine so you can use those. You can use an old family photo if you want to go vintage. I wanted to do kind of modern and funky. So what it usually is something like this. Hold on, I'm going to find my book. This is a book that a friend just gave me by Janet Takahashi. So normally we choose a book and we find a tutorial from the book that we all do together that we want to do. So I have some great books on making handmade books. So I think the rest of the year might be handmade books. I don't know. I have lots of books to choose from, but this month I just wasn't feeling it. So I chose a magazine, and that's at 4 p.m. today. The supplies are up in the book club group, so check for supplies if you need to. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I think not. But have I said how much I love this little book? It has stayed together, right? That's the first thing. It has stayed together. It looks super cute. It always opens like this when you set it down. So you get this really cool rainbow looking book, but you could also put it together. I could put a rubber band around it or a ribbon around it to put on the shelf when I'm all done. But it just made me so happy to know that white glue will work on the spine and keep the book together. I also think that the fabric helped here because the fabric keeps the paper from breaking down, if that makes sense. So here's what we did yesterday. Yesterday we did Only You Can Prevent Forest Fires with Smokey Bear. I thought it was Smokey the Bear, but it's Smokey Bear. And then today we're doing National Dress Up Your Pet Day. I have 2 stories about pets, and then we will continue. Number 1, we don't have Charlie anymore. Sad. Number 2, well, not 2. Number 1 is also still number 1. Our neighbor is moving and he wants to leave his barn cats. Did I say cats? I did. They're barn cats. They're outdoor cats that hang out outdoors and eat mice. So we might be getting 2 cats. They're called Scottish something. They will never come in the house. I will never pet them. I will never name them. But 2 cats. We have a mouse problem that is over the top. And without their cats, we could be in trouble. So I think we're going to get cats today. Well, I'm not getting them. The husband has to take care of them all the time. Story number 2. My daughter came home from work yesterday, I want to say. No, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. She came home from work and she opened the front door, and to the left of the door, no, to the right of the door, Scottish Folds. That's them. Thanks, Sherry. Scottish Folds. I guess they're great mousers. I know nothing about cats. To the right of the door is her fiance's fish tank. He has a saltwater fish tank. No, he has 6 saltwater fish tanks, if I'm being honest. And she didn't, couldn't open the door all the way. So she kind of had to shove the door open. And a fish about this big had jumped out of the fish tank onto the floor and was breathing very heavy. And she said flopping around, and she kind of scraped his scales with the door, and she picked him up and she washed him off and washed her hands really good before she picked him up, washed him off and put him back in the fish tank. And 2 days later, he is still with us. So we are calling that fish Miracle, because he's a miracle or she's a miracle, whatever it is. It's a fish. So I think we need to do a fish dressed in clothing to start with. Let's see. I'm going to do it this way. So I'm doing several pets in clothes. I don't know if this is what the fish looks like, but we'll kind of do it like a goldfish. I'm going to do some silly pets in clothing. So that's Mrs. Miracle or Miracle, depending on how you want to look at it. Fish is going to be the funniest looking one because she's going to have a dress and then her tail. Yep, she's silly looking. Can you see that fish? That's Mrs. Miracle. And then guess what? We saw Twister yesterday. We went to the movies and saw Twister. Oh my gosh, so good. Probably the best disaster movie since Towering Inferno. I don't know. Since a long time. Okay, there's our fish dress. Fish in a dress. Anyway, I highly recommend it. Now let's do a rabbit. Because if I had a pet, it would be a rabbit. Maybe not with squared off ears, but I love rabbits with squared off ears. And another dress. All my girls are going to be in dresses, I think. And we're just going to give her little feetsies and arms. Fish don't have arms. I could give her arms, but I think not. You need some rabbits or what? Money? Disaster movies? Oh, you need some cats? Carmen says she is so allergic she would be in the hospital. Well, that's a true fact. What other pets are there? Mice? We like drawing mice now, but they have to be little. Oh, let's make her looking up, like the fish. So the nose is in the air. But how did I make the ears? I can't remember. Copying myself. Love to copy myself. Her ears were face down. They came off about here. I like those ears. And the nose. And the eyeballs were like over here and over here. And then her dress looks like her body, but that's okay. We're just going to go to the floor with her clothing. Maybe we'll give her a cape. I think she should be Super Mouse because she's going to have to deal with the cats. So we'll give her a little superhero mouse cape. Tina says you could get a ferret. They're not animals that cause allergies, and they are illegal in California. Ellen says, question about the barn cats. Is there something set up to give them vet care if they need it? Yes, that would be the husband. So the cats are not neutered. They have to go get neutered first thing. And I think they have had their shots, but Brent can pick up the cats. They can't go in my car because I would die. Again, I want a cat and a dog, so I got to go smaller. That fish took up a lot of space. She's going to have a little collar, a little like Peter Pan collar. Why were those called Peter Pan collars? Does anybody remember? My mom used to call those Peter Pan collars, and there must be a reason. Did Peter Pan have one? There's her tail. I'm not drawing a bird. Well, I could draw, maybe I'll draw a bird flying. And then we need a dog, and he's going to be the biggest. Big head dog with ears. And maybe he can get a t-shirt. Maybe he could be a boy dog. Well, not that girls can't wear t-shirts. I just got a new one. No. We'll give him pants. Maybe a bird with a cape as well. Escaping the cat. The mouse is a superhero and the bird is a superhero. I don't know how to dress her while she's flying. We'll figure that out. They are friendly cats. They're called Scottish Folds. They are not feral cats. I don't want a feral cat here. Because I told my husband, what if I actually sat down, hung out with the cat for a minute to see if I was allergic? I know Carmen's going to freak out with that. But I'm like, maybe I'm not allergic anymore to cats because it's been decades since I've been around one, but I think I'm still allergic. I think the bird is not going to get clothed because I'm not quite sure how to clothe her. We'll write a little story, I think. Carmen says, stop it. I miss you, Carmen. Is Joy still here? I miss you, Joy. Oh, I should have done a turtle. There's just not enough room for all the pets. Ruth Ann says, we had a turtle, a cockatiel, parakeets, iguana, cat, dog. I drew the line at the snake and the rat. One of my favorite pets was my bird. Her name was Tiger. I've told this story before. But we're going to draw Mrs. Miracle. Scottish folds are supposed to be really lovely. Oh, that's awesome. I'm actually excited because not that I think it's going to be fun to have a cat, but just felt weird being petless, you know? And guess what? I've been looking at videos of golden retrievers. I'm not getting a pet, not now. And the neighbor's old barn cat that my husband used to love, his name was Quincy, so I think we're going to call these cats Quincy and Quincy. Quincy, maybe and Quinn. I don't know. Quinn and Quincy. I'm not sure. Ellen says, my grandson outgrew his allergy to cats, so it could be okay. We shall see. I'm not going to like nuzzle it. What do you call it? Like, I'm not going to put my face up to this cat and go, oh, kitty, 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 kitty. Certainly not. Change the shape of the dress. Wouldn't it be funny if you could dress a fish in a dress? I bet there's people who have tried. Honestly, I bet there are. Susie said we had a golden retriever. He was the sweetest forever. Yeah. I've been watching golden retriever videos foolishly of people who own golden retrievers and they play games with them. And I'm sure they're trained to the max, but I'm not getting a golden retriever. I'm just saying. Becky says you need a Westie. Becky, ever since Becky has joined this group, she has been trying to get me to draw a Westie for her. And one of these days, Becky, just one of these days, I just might. Not today. I did not draw a Westie in clothing. Carmen says she was an adult when she was in the hospital last time. Yes, Carmen, it's true. Carmen is such my mom. I have been, here's another odd thing that I've been doing. I've been posting on my mom's Facebook page. Does that sound weird to you guys? Like, I was the first person when my mom got a Facebook page. I said, it was way before she had dementia. It was when my kids went to Italy and she wanted to be able to take pictures of them. And I told her, you got to get a Facebook page because they're going to post pictures on Facebook. And she's like, what's Facebook? And we told her. My dad thought it was stupid. My brother thought the feds were going to come get him if he had a Facebook page because he's a weirdo. Anyway, so I was the first person who said, oh my God, when my mom dies, I am the first one to take down that Facebook page because I don't want to see pictures of her. I don't want to be reminded of her daily and how sad I'm going to be and blah, 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 blah. Well, now I am posting pictures on my mom's Facebook page of things that remind me of her, of days when I wish I could be with her. Look how cute that bunny is. So yesterday on Coldwater Creek website, not that I go on Coldwater Creek, it's just that it popped up on Instagram. There was a $120 sweatshirt, which I never would have bought for her because she was J.C. Penney's to the max. Oh my God, she would have died if she knew how much I paid for that Johnny Was dress. But anyway, I posted this sweatshirt on her Facebook page and it was very therapeutic. I cried for a few minutes. I missed her so badly for a few minutes. And then I got on with my day. And it was really cathartic. I never thought that it would be cathartic, but I've done it like 2 or 3 times. So if anybody wants to go follow my mom, you can see the stuff I've been posting. Her name is Beverly Waltman. And she was an amazing human. She was one of the good ones. Who was also not one of the good ones, by the way. I certainly am not saintalizing my mom. I don't know what you call that. I'm not turning her into a saint. She so wasn't. My mom was the person who, when one of our best customers at the Paper Rabbit brought in their new baby for all of us to see, and we're goo goo guying all over this baby, my mom was the one to say, "Oh my God, that baby's so cute. She looks like E.T." And we're like, "Oh my God, Bev, get in the back room. Do not say stuff like that to people." She thought it was a nice thing to say. Oh my God, that baby looks like E.T. And every time my mom saw me, she would comment on how fat I was. My mom and my dad both, how fat I was. And I think that's where I get the problem of calling myself fat, although I really am not that fat. So, but they were, what do you call that? Curt. My mom and dad were both very curt people. They would just say without thinking whatever was on their mind. And I think one time my mom told my sister-in-law that she was fat. And I think, well, it's kind of sad. They have no couth, whatever you say, whatever you call it. My mom and my dad had no couth. think that's the right word. Okay, we're putting this cat's tail right over the mouse's whiskers. She's so cute. And I didn't even put any flowers in any of these guys' hair. Oops, I forgot to do the mouse's eyes. She has no arms. I gotta give her arms. She does have legs. The mouse has no legs or arms, but they're off the page, kind of. I guess her legs and her tail aren't furry, just her head. Sherry says, my mom is like that. I say she has no filter. Yeah, no filter. That's probably a good way to put it. I should have given the mouse a mask. It could have been a superhero. Okay, I'm not happy with the dog's head. It's way too big. Way too big. So let's go a little smaller here. My mom was the one who also, at my wedding, not my wedding to Brent, but to the other wedding, to that other guy, she offered me $10,000, not in cash, but $10,000 to not get married. And they had already paid for this wedding. Every Jew in town was there, the whole Jewish family, every one of them that I didn't know. It was her wedding. It wasn't mine. It was really for her. But she didn't want me to go ahead with it because he was a turd. And she was right. So, whatever. And I was very young and stupid. I think I was probably a turd as well. But it was at my wedding, at that wedding, the very fancy wedding for the Jewish family, that my birth mother found me. She was there at that wedding. So if I hadn't had that wedding, I wouldn't have met my birth mother. So that's kind of a cool thing, right? Because she came, that's when the private detective finally found me, was at the wedding. And she came and sat there and chatted me up. Didn't tell me who she was, thank heavens, because that would have been probably a little more than I could take. Give this guy a pocket. Yeah, she didn't tell me who she was until 6 weeks later. So that's a good thing. And then she wrote me a letter and said, hey, remember that little lady you were talking to at your wedding? That was me. I'm your birth mother. And it wasn't really a surprise because I knew I had a birth mother. It was just a surprise that she was at my wedding. And I can remember her so vividly at that wedding. So there, oh, I have to do the bird. There's my pets pets dressed up. The funniest one is the fish. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to give this bird a singing beak. Maybe she needs a hat. Oh, she'll get a crown. That's a good thing to dress this bird up in. She gets a crown. And why would she have feet right there? They would be back here because she's flying. Who invited her? Nobody invited her. She invited herself. Oh, you want to know how she found me? Is that what you're asking? So back in the day, remember back in the day, you registered at every store in town for your wedding gifts. So once again, I'm sorry if you think I'm being crass. I am not. But my family was full of Jewish people. I'm Jewish. So I call them the Jews because they were old school Jewish people Weddings were a big deal. Children was a big deal. Like, it was a big deal. So the Jews came. That's what I say. And I'm sorry if you guys think that's bad, but it's who I am. I just have always called them the Jews. Now I am friends with some of my cousins who were there at the wedding. And I don't call them the Jews, I call them my cousins. But there were, like, it was a big thing to have just invited everybody in the family to your wedding, right? So I was registered for the fanciest gifts in the world: silver trays, silver tea sets, stuff from Tiffany's back in the day, and a store in Los Angeles called Geary's, which was very fancy. Because my mom said, this is what you need to start your life with. You need all these fancy gifts. And I'm like, that's not who I am. I don't want any of this stuff. I need a toaster and whatever. But anyway, I got a lot of gifts from the Jews. So because I was registered at all these fancy stores and Bullock's and Robinsons, I registered everywhere. My name was out there and she knew my name. Well, yeah, that's another story. She knew my name, but I didn't really know. Well, I knew hers because my birth certificate says Yvette Konkoff. So that's really my name. Um, don't ever call me Yvette. I won't answer to it. But that's my name. But she found me from all the registration out there in the world, you know, because I was registered all over the place. And no, I did not have to give back the gifts because we were married for a year, but most of them I returned. I remember walking into Tiffany's and returning a silver tea set. And that's when they gave you cash, I think. I don't remember. I don't remember what I got, but I remember walking into Tiffany's and returning a silver tea set that my mom's cousin Nancy gave us. And if you had asked me yesterday, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that story, but because I just started talking about it, I remember the story. But most everything got returned. No way did I keep a silver tea set or a silver platter. That just wasn't me. We didn't do Seder dinners on Friday nights. I didn't need that stuff. I married this Scottish guy who was also Jewish, Scottish, Irish, Jewish guy. Anyway. All right, let's put something on the mouse's cape. Super Mouser. Actually, it would be Super Mouse because a mouser would be the cat. But he has survived this cat, so he is a super mouse. Cute cape. Could you imagine making a cape for a mouse? It would have to be the tiniest thing in the world. Okay, so my cat is good. The dog is good. The fish's clothing needs a little bit of a pattern, so maybe flowers. I know what I'm going to write. I got really quiet. Who likes Shirley Temple? All of a sudden, this just came to my brain. Not like I think about it all the time, but remember the Codfish Ball song from Shirley Temple? If Bee was here, she would remember that. On our way to the Codfish Ball. I don't know who Cozy Sweater is, but I miss those stores too. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I miss them. My mom really missed them. Boy, oh boy. All right. All my watercolors are upstairs packed to go hang out with my girly friends today. Today is Bitches Day. I'm so excited. I get to go hang out with all of my bitches. I think I told that story yesterday that my friend Karen secured the whole back room, which isn't really a room, just the back table at IHOP for us to sit at all day and just hang out all day. All day at IHOP. So I'm going to be eating a lot of pancakes, I guess. I need a good brown colored pencil. I don't have one, but I want to make my bunny brown. So, what are your plans this weekend? Is everybody taking the book club class tonight? Are you? It's going to be fun. I got a whole bunch of new Poscas that I got to get primed and ready for class tonight because they're not even opened yet. So that's going to happen. I have several projects to work on at IHOP. And we were told not to bring anything too big. We can't spread out like crazy journaling people or crafter people. So we have to have kind of a small project to work on. Corey's coming to book club. Corey, your package should be there today if you're in Grass Valley. I sent yours and Teresa's to Grass Valley. So any of you guys that signed up for my dad's black and white class, all that stuff should be there today. Or maybe Monday, depending on where you live. But Corey lives close, so I would assume hers would get there today. So I heard a really horrible thing yesterday that I thought I'd share because, sometimes it goes cute, sometimes it goes horrible. I think this fish, like a goldie fish. Anyway, there's a giant fire that's 174,000 acres at this point. People's houses have burned. It's awful. And they caught the guy that started it because he is a second time arsonist, whatever, second time that he's been arrested for arson. So now he's a third time offender, so they will just put him in jail. I won't tell you what I think they should have done with him, but that's a whole other story. He lit a car on fire and pushed it down a ravine to watch it burn, to watch this car burn. And then there were so many people around that saw him do it that he just walked away. He just stood there and watched the fire burn and then walked away. But luckily, some citizen either followed him, I don't know how they found him, but they got him, and he is not getting out. They are putting him away because they know for sure he did it because there were so many eyewitnesses. Awful human being. Awful. Right? What makes a person set a fire? And you know what? If you're an arsonist, I don't think there's any coming back from that. I think once an arsonist, always an arsonist. So there's a place for you, but I am not going there. Not going to say. My opinion, keeping it to myself. What did that say? Renata says, next week in the Wacken Open Air Fest, the Wacken Open Air Festival starts here close to us. So we will be there for the first time. Our son is part of the show. He will do a life session with a chainsaw. Very exciting. Wacken Open Air is heavy metal with bands like the Scorpions and AC/DC. What? Renata, You are a wild woman. Are you going to see AC/DC? Oh, my husband would love to be there. AC/DC is the only band he really hasn't seen that he really would like to see. So maybe we'll just have to fly to Germany next week and watch your son do some open air chainsawing. How fun would that be? Look at this fish. Is she hysterical or what? I think we'll go classic on her skirt. Just green, maybe, and yellow. What do you think? Just a simple little dress for the codfish ball. Anybody remember how to sing the codfish ball song? I'd find it, but then, oh man, she is gorgeous. She is ready for the codfish ball. I can't remember anything from the codfish ball. Jewel says, uh-oh, Faber-Castell has new colored pencils. One is called the black edition for black paper. Well, that's not good. I can feel a purchase coming on. Oh dear. Oh dear. A little lavender fishtail in here. At the codfish ball. Isn't it something like that? Oh my gosh. I used to know a lot of Shirley Temple songs. I just don't know any anymore. I just don't sing enough Shirley Temple, I guess, in my life. Come along and look at me at the bottom of the sea. At the codfish ball. Something like that, right? More yellow because yellow is a cute dress color to wear to the codfish ball. Uh-oh. Denise says that fish needs some sparkle pop. I need some Faber-Castell colored pencils that draw in black. Oh man, she's cute. She is a cutie patootie. I'm going to give everybody a pink nose right now so I don't forget. Except the mouse got her nose colored black. Well, that doesn't work. The bottom of the sea. I can't think of any Shirley Temple songs, and now I'm going to have to go look up Shirley Temple songs. My mom took me one time to this, I was adopted from a place called Vista Del Mar. And one time we got to go to this fancy luncheon. My mom tried to be a fancy person for a few minutes and it just didn't work. But she did want to donate money to the Vista Del Mar where I was adopted. So we went to this fancy luncheon. And I think it was called like Sunshine and Rainbows or something like that. And it was a Shirley Temple theme. So she must have a song about sunshine and rainbows or something. And she spoke at the luncheon, Shirley Temple Black. And I was expecting for this cute little girl, I was like 8 or something. I was expecting this cute little girl to jump out. Oh, on the good ship, lollipop, it's a nice trip to the candy shop where bonbons play on the sea of Peppermint Bay. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, so I was so excited. My mom's like, Shirley Temple's going to be here. So excited, right? And guess who comes out? This old woman, when you're 8, she was old, maybe 40, telling us she was Shirley Temple. And I'm like, no, Where's Shirley Temple? Because I don't know who this woman is, but that's not Shirley Temple. Anyway, long story short, they made these super cute lollipop. You know how you take the styrofoam and you paint on it like a lollipop, like this, and then they wrapped it in cellophane, where this was the cellophane, or maybe it was down here, and then they put it on a stick, and then it was in like a pot with all these flowers. And it was one of those things where you look under your seat, you know, and you get to take the centerpiece home. And I won it. Fair and square. I won the centerpiece. It was a very exciting day in my life. It was at the Smokehouse in Southern California, if anybody knows the Smokehouse. It was very fancy. Very fancy. On the good ship, lollipop, it's a nice trip to the candy shop. Tabby cat. A little bit of brown. Her other arm is hiding. What time is it? Oh man, I'm almost done here. Orange. Palma knows the Smokehouse. Of course you do. It was very fancy. My mom tried to be fancy for a little bit, and then she realized I'm not a fancy person. I think she felt, because my dad was a doctor, I think she felt like that's what doctors' wives do, be fancy. And then she went, oh, hell no. Just didn't work for her. Thank heavens. Otherwise, we would have been raised fancy. We were not fancy people. We were just your basic, average people. Can you hear my colored pencils? Listen. I love that sound. The colored pencil sound. Hello there, Stephanie. Hello there. Sounded like my dad. How's Florida today, Stephanie? Wait, hold on. Jules says, I found them at Michael's. The full set was $17. Very affordable. On sale this week. Buy one, get one 50% off. Oh, dear. Jewel, you enabler. Don't enable me. I guess I can be enabled, just like the best of them. I'm an enabler. You're an enabler. We're all enablers here at this group. I just bought $1 million worth of Posca pens. I can't buy anything else right now. This little girl is so cute. She's going to have a pink color, pink and light blue. Colors you don't see much together anymore. Polka dots. These would be Swiss dots, but they're in light blue. If I could have drawn a handbag, she should have held a little handbag with treats to take to the codfish ball. Cindy wants to know if those are watercolor pencils or not, the Faber-Castells. I'm going to say no. If they write on black paper, they're just probably colored pencils. So I came home from being in Laguna Beach, and my husband has so many t-shirts. Wait, honey? Nope, he is not here. He has so many t-shirts from the past and the present and the future, probably. So many t-shirts that they don't all fit in his drawers. So they're just like laying around the room, and it drives me to drink. And so I came home and there was a pile of t-shirts and whatchamacallums, flannel shirts. He also has a lot of those. And I'm like, what's going on here? And he goes, these are going to the Goodwill. And I almost cried. I'm like, you just made me the happiest woman on earth. I am so impressed and proud of you for cleaning out your crap. Anyway, he still has a long ways to go. So I'm not that impressed. But it's like, you know how you see in those movies where they show this guy doing the dishes and the woman looks at him longingly, like, you know what I mean? Like she's ready for you know what. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my husband cleaned his shirts out. I love him. It was pretty nice. I felt very happy. This guy got a crazy eye. Maybe she needs a crazy eye. I love crazy eyes on my animals. Anyway, thought I'd share that husband and wife story. It's okay to say those things after you've been married 38 years, right? I was pretty enamored. Like you see a man with a baby and you're like, oh, baby. Find someone to make them into quilts. No, they're leaving. I don't want a Leonard Skinner quilt or an AC/DC quilt. It was so funny when I was at the event in Southern California. I saw my friend Diane, who's sometimes here in the morning, and we haven't seen each other for 40 years, 30 years, but we talk on Facebook, but we live far away from each other, so it just didn't really work for either one of us to really hang out or see each other much. And I was asking her about her quilts because she's an amazing art quilter. And there were a bunch of people around because I was teaching my class. And she said, yeah, when I die, my daughter's just going to have a funeral and everybody who comes gets a quilt. And I'm like, put me on that list. And she's like, oh, you're on that list. Don't worry. Anyway, the moral of that story is that she and I have the same sense of humor. And everybody else looked at us like, this is so disrespectful that you guys are talking like that. She's 83 and she is a pistol and a half. And I'm hoping that when I'm 83, I'm like that. So she's a great human who's been through more than any human should have to deal with. Oh, I love my bird. But I said, yeah, I want to come to that funeral if I get a quilt. And everybody thought we were crazy. She started it. That's my sixth sense of humor. I don't know where I got it from because my mom and my dad didn't have a really sick sense of humor. But I got it. It's mine. Okay, well, these guys are stinking cute, aren't they? Come along and stay with me at the bottom of the sea. At the codfish ball. Jewel says, my hubby scrubbed the toilet yesterday and it and took out all the trash. I mean, come on, right? You look at him differently when he does that, right? Like, hubbada, hubbada. You scrubbed the toilet and took out the trash? What are you kidding me? Who are you? Fabio? Just a little watercolor in here because my good watercolors are upstairs. And I have become a watercolor snob. Hello, my name is Lindsay, and I am a watercolor snob now. Now that I've used the good ones, I have a hard time using the not so good ones. Carmen says, that's why I'm not married. Ha ha ha. I have a WGB who is way better. Shared life, even cooking. That's so nice, Carmen. I pretty much love Brent. I just don't love his piles of shit. I mean, stuff all around my house. Pardon me. Pardon me. He does have piles. Even if he was my boyfriend, he'd still have piles. And sometimes it's the give and the take, right? Right, ladies? Pardon my French. Okay, that's a stinking cute card. Pamela says, it's great to hear you so happy, Lindsay. I think that vacation was something you really needed. Oh, heck yeah. Who doesn't need a vacation? You know what? Even if you just don't do what you're supposed to do for a couple of days and hang out at home and have a staycation, those are important times. Okay, I love this card. I need a pink heart, and then we are done. Oh, maybe a pink collar on the bird and a pink heart. On our way to the codfish ball. Oh, the Olympics start at 10 o'clock today, but I have to go away to see my girlfriends. I have to go see Marilyn Brandfast, who's here right now. So I'm going to watch the Olympics tonight. Marilyn needs a vacation. I need a vacation. Just a vacation. Oh, I get 3 vacations in August. In August, we are going camping. In August, my husband and I are doing our birthday trip that we started doing last year that we're going to do now forever at our little hideaway in Mendocino. And then where's the third one? There's one other one. I don't know. I can't remember. Might be 2 camping trips. I'm not putting any white dots on this. Can we just notice that? So it's day 56. Is that right? Holy shamoles. We're almost done. What's tomorrow? Oh, God. National Hot Tea Day. Oh, I haven't put those in. Maybe we should take a moment and add those in. I'm ready to quit. Day 56 out of 100. No, out of 61. Whoops. I fixed that, didn't I? But this is all popping up. And it is National Dress Your Pet. I think I need some black dots in here. Sometimes you just can't finish. Okay, now it's cute. Oh, Sally says teacups for tomorrow. Okay, let's find, hold on. Hold that thought. Facebook, Creative Hand Lettering with Lindsay, and let's find the prompts. 57, day 57 is garden. Oh, so I can do teacups in the garden. That's good. 58 is, what is this word? Tessellation. What does that mean? Circle is day 59. Day 60 is planetarium. Planetarium. And a diorama. Really? Diorama. Really? That's just whatever it is. And then let's see what our prompts are. For our prompts, does anybody know what tessellation is? So we got that one. So day 58 is that tea day? Yeah. So this is houseplant day on our prompts. And then circle and bagel day. Could that be any more appropriate? Marilyn says it's covering a surface with geometric shapes. Tell us tessellation. Huh. All right then. Planetarium in hugging day. That doesn't go together real well. And then diorama is perfect for a kid invention day. How does this sometimes work out so good? Kid inventors day. And diorama. You always used to do dioramas. That's awesome. I want to know Palma, Sally, and Marilyn. Did you have to look that up or did you know what that was? And Tina, did you look it up? Oh, Corey got her black and white package yesterday. Marilyn, did you get your package yesterday? Huh, that's exciting. All right, I will take a picture of this and share it with you guys and be on my way to my girlfriend's. So, oh, Palma knew it. That's because she's a fancy kindergarten teacher. And Sally knew it because she taught children's art. Tina says she looked it up yesterday. Atta girl, Tina. All right, you guys have a really good day. I'll see you tomorrow. No, tomorrow's Saturday. So tomorrow you're on your own for garden and tea day. And Sunday is tessellation and houseplant day. And then we'll be back on Monday for bagels and cream cheese and circles. Yay. All right. I'll see you guys Monday. But if not, I'll see you today in the book club. Book club, book club. All right. I love you guys. Can't wait to see your animals. Okay, bye.